Welcome to Broken Wings Becomes Fixed. My name is Megan and I'm 15 years old. This channel is designed to give you, teens of all ages, encouragement, share our faith in God, and talk healings, miracles, prayers, and more. Thanks for joining me. Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about friendships and what makes a good friend, how to tell if, what kind of friends you should have, whether, you should look at a friendship and say, maybe this isn't good for me. And I'm excited for today. So now, since everybody is different, it's hard. You can't define a friendship. You can try and put a definition on it, but the only friendship that we should be looking at is our friendship with God. The only friendship that I've ever had that has lasted my entire life is my friendship with God. And He truly is your best friend. He truly is there for you every step of the way. And you truly cannot find any other friend. To start off, friendship is a gift. We should cherish it. We should hold on to it. But you shouldn't always hold on to it if you know that this friend isn't right for you. Because ultimately, your friend, your best friend, should make you a better person. They should be the one who helps you get to heaven and you help them. They want you to get to heaven. You want them to get to heaven. And you want the best for them and vice versa. Like a best friend is the person who wants to get you to heaven. And that is the number one experiment I did with my blog. I texted a bunch of friends and I was like, hey, random question, but how would you define a best friend? I got a lot of responses and they were all really good, but they all had one thing in common. Like, a best friend is someone who's there for you. Someone who's there for you in your good times, your bad times. And I totally agree. A best friend should be someone you rely on to go to when you're upset, when you're happy, everything like that. And the other responses I got was a best friend is someone you can rely on. And I totally agree. Like, a best friend is, everyone needs that one person who you can just rely on, cling to, hold on to, cry to when you're going through a hard time, and they understand it. Because as humans, we depend on each other. It is our nature to make ourselves acquainted with one another. Even if you're someone who's like, oh, I don't do people, you have to have at least one person in your life who you make yourself familiar to, this or that, or you consider them your best friend or whatever. That was, they should bring out the best in you. They shouldn't stress you out. They shouldn't make you mad. And I don't necessarily agree with this when it comes to, your best friend is going to stress you out. Yes, your best friend is going to make you mad at times. Yes, your best friend is going to bring out all the human emotions within you, just like family would. And you should feel comfortable sharing these emotions with them, like, yeah, you made me mad, or yes, you hurt me, or I didn't like what you said because that made me feel small. You should be free. You should be able to tell your best friend these things. always going to be easy to get along with people. No, it's not. But it should be easier to tell your best friend, yeah, you did make me mad, or yeah, like, I am happy, and, or this or that. You should be, you know, feel more comfortable saying these things than you would someone you just met. Before making this video, I flowed or prayed about what God's idea or what God's definition is of a best friend. I didn't do it for very long, so it's not a very long definition, and I know there's a lot more that goes into it, but it's just a small definition. So this is my flow journal, where I record all of my things, and I'm going to read you the one that I got for best friend. So I asked, what is a best friend? He said, a best friend is someone who's there for you. They tell you their opinions, they set you straight. They also go out of their way to protect you, even if it means jeopardizing your friendship. They love you so much, you are family. They want to spend time with you. To stop being friends means heartbreak. They know exactly what you need, or what might be necessary. A best friend can be anyone, even the most unlikely. You know you are best friends when you can read their expressions like a book and know what each one means by name. I did that on purpose. To have a best friend is special, and you should cherish it. They know just what you need, just like me. They don't know as good as me, but close. That was part of what God's definition is of a best friend. And I think that you should look through all of your friendships and say, are they doing this? Are they doing this? Are they doing this? Are they giving me their opinions? Are they willing to jeopardize our friendship if it means to protect them? Would I jeopardize my friendship with my friends if it means that I have to protect them? Yeah. If I would do it because I love them, not because I want to ruin their life. Because I know what's good for them, or what needs to happen, or what I need to do. Book on friendships that my mom gave me, because I was having a hard time with friendships. It was a while ago. I don't really remember when, and I can't remember the book, but I'll get it in a second. And this book really opened my eyes to my friendships and how I should look at my friendships, and how to help me become a better friend. Because maybe I'm the one doing this or that to my friends, and maybe I'm the problem in the friendship. But it's not. The book is called Safe Place: How to Find Relationships That Are Good for You and Avoid Those That Aren't, by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend or something. I really liked this book. It was really helpful, and it was Christian, and it was just so. One of the things that really stuck in my head about this book is a friend should be someone who takes your feedback or your opinions, and instead of and they should, think about them, process them, and say, hey, maybe since it's my best friend telling me this, they know, they're like, I should probably, think about this, apologize, stop, this or that. But instead, a friend who takes your opinions And instead of listening and saying, I should probably, they completely backfire and they make up excuses and they do all this. And I personally am someone who doesn't like to be at fault, but as a human I am constantly. So when people tell me these kind of things, my siblings, my parents, I'm personally one who's defensive. But when I hear from a friend, I try my best to dwell on it and correct it, because when it comes from family, you're like, oh, you're probably being over dramatic. Not that they're not being over dramatic, but when it comes from a friend, someone who you look for opinions, you're like, oh my gosh, should I wear a dress or whatever, and they tell you their feedback, you shouldn't be defensive, you shouldn't make up excuses. And yet, someone who does that is not necessarily a good friend. So, I run with my best friend, Bridget, a girls' Bible study. Well, it's kind of like Bible study youth group. It's like a mix of things. We use this curriculum, Blaze. I love it. And recently we talked about friendships. And it said there's 3 friendship destroyers. It was like jealousy. Can't remember the other 2. I'll have to look it up. But like a best friend should not, or a friend should not be jealous of you. I'm just going to say that again. Best friend should not be jealous of you. You should not be jealous of your best friend. That is fact. If you are jealous of your best friend, or they are jealous of you, that is problematic in so many ways. You should be happy for your friend. You should be congratulating them on, congratulations, you got into your college of your dreams or whatever. You shouldn't be, well, great job, you stole my dream. No, that's no. It's absolutely not what you should be doing. I say this right now. Friendships, any kind of relationship, family, friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, are hard. They're hard. Having to communicate with people, having to say hard things, it's really hard. And we could always be working on our friendships. We could always be working on ourselves. But I cannot emphasize enough how you should work on your relationship with God before you work on anything else, any other friendship. So, unsafe people, like in the book, it stood out to me that in the book it said, unsafe people condemn us instead of forgive us. Reading that, I myself have to work on that. Just learning to, once I forgive, I forget. Like once I say, I forgive you, I need to let go of it, because that's what God does. He forgives you, and it completely leaves his memory. And I really need to be working on that myself. And I agree with that when it says, we all should be forgiving and forgetting. And I know how hard it is to just forgive and forget. There are some things that just like, I don't know why I'm praying. there are just some things that have caused so much damage and trauma that it's hard to forgive. That it's hard to fully forgive and forget. But I've really been working on myself with that, and I've definitely been trying my very hardest. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you liked the video. Comment down below of any thoughts about the video or any ideas of some other videos. I'd love to get your input, and I'd love to talk about some things that might be interesting to do to you. Have a great day. Bye!